Week 18 pick'ems.
Bum, 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 bum.
YouTube, boss, it going. The Goat House is back. We are back with the last week of the regular season, but don't you worry, we're back with playoff pick'ems and Super Bowl pick'ems every single week. So hopefully you join us. There are the leaderboards down below us. In the subs league, we got 1 week left, of course. Is anyone going to catch the leader, Cameron Campo? He is up 3 to, we're going to call him Dan Skipper. Dan Skipper down by 3. Evan Howell down by 4, down by 1 in the second place. Yeah, it's going to be a battle this week. It's a mysterious week. Guys are sitting. Playoffs on the line. Shit gets real here. The winner of Week 17, Jonathan Rudd, is joining us with his picks this week because he won the week. The winner of this week will be in Week 1 of the playoff pick'ems. The winner of the season will be in every week of the playoff pick'ems in Week 1 next year, and there's a prize involved as well. But you see, Pete's an Oilers guy, a big Houston Oilers battle. Junior still doesn't want to talk about it. Didn't let Pete have the Lions logo for obvious reasons right here. Okay. Are we doing it?
Let's get into those.
And we're playing a game at the end of the video like we did last week. It's going to be even better. I'm excited. Saturday, football, Browns, Ravens. Ladies and gentlemen, this game matters. You want to hear why? You guys want to hear? I'm going to break it down. Playoff implications. The Browns, believe it or not, they're eliminated. This does not matter for the Browns. The Ravens are not locked in. They are currently the 3 seed. If they win this game, if they beat the Browns, they are the 3 seed. They win the AFC North. If they lose, and later on Saturday, the Steelers beat the Bengals, the Steelers win the AFC North, they get the 3 seed. The Ravens get the 5 seed. So Ravens are playing for a division title and the 3, or what they don't want, the 5 seed. So there you have it for this game. Thanks for listening.
Well, yeah, the Browns are dog duty.
Dog duty.
Yeah. I switched to them against the Dolphins when Tua was out. What a mistake. DTR is just awful. Give me the Ravens. Easy.
Yeah, Ravens are like 17.5-point favorites. They're trying. They want the division. They want the 3 seed. Harbaugh doesn't deal with any shit other than that. I mean, he's not afraid to sit the starters, but it's not necessary here. I'd say they're going to get a huge lead, and then they can hit the brakes a little bit because they're not going to fear DTR coming back on them. So could we see backups at some point just to take it easy? I think that makes sense. Give me the Ravens. Remote Junior, what do you got?
Yeah, Remote Junior is also taking the Ravens.
Sounds a little
the Browns,
congested.
like Pete said, they're doggy doo-doo. They're so bad. They have a lot of work to do this offseason. It goes deeper. It's easy to say they're just banged up and they're unhealthy, but I think it goes deeper than that. They got some hard looks in the mirror they're going to have to take.
Did you see Vrabel, that snake? He had his contract
terminated.
Expire before the last game. Just so he could get in those interviews.
He gets into those picks. I don't think I said it.
I said it for you.
Good shot.
I got you.
Pete saved us.
Yeah.
We almost had to restart picks from week 1, not from this.
Junior's not here, so I feel like I had to pick up some slack a little bit.
Yeah,
from him.
good job. You
Thank
did good.
you. Yeah,
You
I mean, just to we'll get across the obvious here. I'm not in studio. I am remote.
Really? Some
Whoa.
people were like, "Whoa!"
Yeah. I'm a sick boy this week.
Yeah, you sound a little congested. For
Just a
New
little bit.
Year's, I hope you get better soon.
Oh, thanks.
The winner of Week
look at
17, Jonathan Rudd. He wants to be called Rudd. That's what we're calling him.
Rudd dog.
He put that out there in the message because he knows you two always give people some weird names. So he didn't want to be a victim to that. So it's just Rudd Dog. No, he didn't say
Rudd
dog.
dog.
I added, he's got a dog up there. That's a good pick. He is taking
I would never give anyone a weird name. That's just disrespectful.
Yeah, Rudd, he's our guy because he not only gave us picks, but he's got some takes with a lot of people been doing that. I love it. Ravens, ass beating of the week. So there you have it, a guarantee for everybody. That doesn't make any sense. It's a guarantee, so that means it's a guarantee. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I was thinking at the same time. We're moving on.
What are our percentages at?
Yeah, we got to check that. I didn't pull it. We got a million things ready right now. All right, the other Saturday game, playoffs on the line. You guys want to hear about it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's hear about it. The Bengals can still get in. They got to win. They got to win this game. And they need the Broncos on Sunday to lose to the Chiefs, and they need the Dolphins to lose to the Jets. We don't know if Tua's playing yet, so the Bengals got to win, and they need 2 things to happen. So realistic, we need 3 things to happen. They got to win. So realistic, but a little tough because first off, it's tough to win this game. Here's what's on the line for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They are right now at the 5 seed, but they're not locked in. If the Ravens lose that game before them on Saturday, the Steelers got to win, then they win the division and they get the 3 seed. So they're going to be some happy Pittsburgh Steelers if the Ravens lose. The Ravens are probably going to win. We just gave it a guarantee. They're going to win. So what does that mean for the Steelers? They could still try because they are not locked into that 5 seed. If they lose and the Chargers win, they flip. The Steelers are at the 6 seed. So they don't really want that. Would you rather play the Texans in the first round or the Ravens in the first round? You rather play the Texans the way that things are going for them right now. So Steelers probably want to win this game. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, thank you for letting me give you guys the rundown.
Yeah,
all right, I like to start it off, Pete. I'd like to start this off.
He's sick. Let him go.
Yeah. So I think one of the best abilities you could have is accountability. And I did say, I think it was either last week or the week before, I said that the Bengals were done. I said that they were not making the playoffs. They still got an uphill road to make the playoffs, but last week that was a huge game. They came up big. Their defense didn't play great, but played better than I expected. So I'm gonna take the Bengals here.
Oh, you fooled the graphics guy.
I think they're gonna do what they got. I still don't know if they make it in the playoffs because we're banking on the Jets, and that's never a good thing. Tua or no Tua, but I think that the Bengals are going to do their job. So whether they're going to control the controllables, it's a big Vrabel thing. I know Pete loves that. So they're going to do their part.
All right, that was an interesting speech. I thought you were about to gear towards the roads were closed or something.
Sorry, guys.
Roads were closed for the Bengals, and they opened right up.
And the Bengals' defense was a little bit stickier on.
I think the Broncos could have scored more. I don't know what the fuck they were doing. All right, Pete, what do you got?
Well, I'm gonna take the Bengals as well. The Bengals.
Ooh.
I picked them last week. I liked the matchup against the Broncos. I thought the Broncos' offense still has something to prove, and their defense is. They're falling off a little bit, and I think the Steelers are falling off a little bit. The Chiefs just exposed them last week.
Chiefs are getting good.
I think the Steelers' defense is definitely vulnerable, especially in the secondary.
It's still one of the better defenses.
It is still very good, and I think the offense, though, I think Russell Wilson's kind of and Arthur Smith, that duo right there. I think it's getting figured out a little bit.
Arthur. All right, couple things here. First, I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals as well. I'm surprised we got 3 of us already. Well, not that surprised. Couple things, though. Well, yeah, the big thing. The Bengals are going all out. Like, they're going to go into this game before all the Sunday ones, the Broncos, the Dolphins, the important ones for them. Before they are playing, a day before, they're going all out. We got to win or we can't do anything, right? We have no chance if we lose. They're going to go all out. The Steelers are, again, we think the Ravens are going to win the game before. And the Steelers are going to be thinking, yeah, this kind of matters for seeding, but our minds are kind of focusing on the playoffs. Are they half in? What's the situation? Maybe they pull the starters early just because how the game's going. I don't know. But big thing here, I think their defense still stinks really, really bad. What they're doing differently on offense is they're not scoring as quickly. They're actually sometimes they score on explosive plays, but they're really having these drives go for a long time purposely. They're going chunks, piece by piece and, smaller chunks, I should say. And they're running the clock to limit the other teams. So that's really not the Bengals' way with the players they have, but they're doing that a little more successfully. And that kind of, even though the Broncos scored a bit on them, it worked. It worked. They could have scored more, obviously. So I think that's key in this game. But I'd say if the Ravens somehow lose to the Browns, I think the Steelers might be a little more fired up and they might be, it's going to be an even battle. I don't know. It's hard for me to say I'm going to switch right now if the Ravens lose to the Browns, but I might be thinking the Steelers win the game then if that happens. But imagine the Ravens lose to the Browns and the Steelers just blow it when they had a chance at the division. But we'll take the Bengals. They're a little more serious about winning this game. The Bengals. And Rud Dog is going with the Bengals. They will be fighting hard for the playoffs. I like how you added hard in there. That was good. Yeller.
Yep.
Lone dog in it. Going.
Wow.
I feel like the lone dog's been pretty good lately, if I'm not mistaken. He had the Niners, which I think was a decent pick. They had it if Purdy didn't blow it with 2 interceptions there. But, all right, Yeller riding with those feelers. And that does it for the Saturday games. On to Sunday, folks. And again, next video, score predictions, picks against spread. And at the end of this video, we're going to play a fun game. If you saw the video last week, you know what it is. We're excited. Panthers, Falcons. Playoffs on the line here. You guys want to hear about it? You want to talk about it?
Junior Shea said no.
No, we're going to talk about it. The Panthers.
This is a great matchup. I love both these teams so much.
Okay. Panthers, they're done. They're playing for
pride.
For pride. Good, thank you. That's what I couldn't think of the word pride. They're playing for it. The Falcons, playoffs on the line. It was tough. They let the one slip away against the Commanders. That was a good game, by the way. Sunday Night Football. They had it, and that would have been big. But they got to win this. Right now, they're out. They got to win this football game. They got to go in there and win it, and then they need the Buccaneers to lose to the Saints, and then they are in. If not, if they win, Falcons win, Bucs win. Falcons are still out. Bucs are in. They win the NFC South. So NFC South and the 4 seed possibly for the Falcons on the line. Here we go. Thank you.
Yeah, give me the Falcons at home. I think, like we're talking about, it's a must-win game for them. I still don't think they're going to get in, but it's good to see.
You spoiled your Bucs pick.
Sorry, it's good to see Penix getting some playing time at the end.
Some
here.
PT.
Did some really bad things, but at the beginning of the game, but did some pretty.
He makes up for
it.
it.
Some pretty good things
what
at
it's
the
about.
end of the game.
Junior loves this match. He loves this matchup.
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. You love this matchup.
No, I do love this matchup. Two great, just heavyweights of the NFL. Taking the Falcons, like Pete said, they're not getting in the playoffs. I don't see the Bucs losing.
Spoiling your Bucs pick.
Yeah, we'll get there. I spoiled it, whatever. But we're all going to guarantee it anyway. So, the Falcons win here. Do what they got to do, but ultimately just come up short. And I think this has to be probably one of the biggest disappointments of the entire year as like a team. There's a good list of disappointments this year. This is one of them.
Yeah, they thought getting Cousins in there would boost the team. They'd win the division, but
quite the opposite.
With playoffs on the line, potentially, I will take the Falcons. The Panthers could be a little sneaky in this game, though. I think it's tough not having Hubbard. Obviously, if you're trying to win this game, I think they'll make it closer than expected. I think the line's like 8.5. I feel like that's too much. I think it'll be closer.
Chubba Hubba.
Bijan goes crazy in this game. Count on that. Bet on Bijan scoring a touchdown. I don't know what the yards is. Go with it. Bijan in the boys win this game.
I need him.
Maybe a little. This is you're perfect. If you got if you're still for some reason in a stupid league,
I'm in a stupid league
where fantasy's still going this week.
Championship. And
did you win the?
Guess what? I won 2 fantasy leagues already, and I'm in the championship in another one right now.
Did you win the Goat House League?
You're so good.
I did.
So good.
We're gonna look like we rigged it. We're gonna look like we rigged it here. I didn't even check the other leagues.
I'm just a champion.
There's 3 Goat House leagues where subscribers, longtime followers, subscribers joined it. Pete hosts one of them. I host one, and Yeller hosts one. I'm also in the one with Yeller, and Pete won the one he's in. I won one of the ones I was in, and Yeller lost in the ship to no other than Mr. Astronaut. Astronaut beat Yeller. But all 3 of us were in the championship. That looked like we rigged it, I swear to God.
Hall of Famer won.
The Hall of Famer. I mean, it still looks like we rigged it. But if I'm not mistaken, I think Yeller lost to him. So I could.
It's just we know ball. We're superior.
I'm pretty sure Astronaut.
Superior ball knowers.
I'm pretty sure Astronaut was 7-7 in that league that he won. Pretty sure he was 7-7.
Yeah, not. We're very modest here at the Goat House.
Just ball knowers. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay.
Just piss excellence. Every morning when I wake up.
What do we got? What do we got for Yeller? Yeah, give me Yeller. Give me Yeller.
Yeller's got the Falcons as well. We know he loves the Falcons.
What?
Huh?
Whoa, Red Dog, Panther. He says Panthers. Bryce Young statement game to end the season. I like that pick from Red Dog. Picking the Panthers here. They could be a little sneaky. They feel like a spoiler team. That's what they feel like right now. I wish they had Hubbard, but there you have it. Playoffs on the line for the Falcons. They can't control their own destiny, but they can go out there and win the football game and stay alive. Ooh, Commanders and Cowboys. There are things on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Do you guys want to hear them?
Yeah,
yes, you do.
Sure.
The Cowboys, they're out.
If we say no, you're going to be like,
Cowboys, they're done. They're out. We'll see what happens with McCarthy.
Hey, you don't gotta ask. Just do it.
McCarthy, we'll see what happens with him. I think his job might be safe, but we'll see. We'll see. The Commanders are in the playoffs because of that clutch win against the Falcons Sunday Night Football, but they are not locked. They are currently the 6th seed. They are not locked in. If they win this football game, they get the 6th seed. right? And if they lose and the Packers beat the Bears, the Packers get the 6th seed. So it's Commanders versus Packers, 6-7. Commanders control their own destiny for the 6th seed. Who would they play? Who would the 7th seed? 7th seed would play the Eagles, and the 6th seed would play either the Rams or the Bucks or the Falcons. But Rams or the Bucks. So I think that's a pretty decent difference. Well, all right, let's get on to those picks. Cowboys beat the Commanders last time. It wasn't too long ago. Dan Quinn came out and said that we're going to try to win this football game. We're playing for seeding. We like to try to win. That's what we're going to do.
Dan Quinn wants to beat his former
he's not going to
team.
go 0-2 against the Cowboys. And the Cowboys can be sneaky in this one, but they also don't have their best player, CeeDee Lamb, this time. Unlike last time, we'll take the Commanders, but it could be a little closer than you think.
Yeah, give me the Manders for sure. I think the teams that have stuff to play, like games to play for here, they have things on the line. I think you just got to go with them this week.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Manders as well. I think that this whole situation, like Manders and Packers situation, just kind of brings up a good point as to how long is it going to take before like the NFL fixes the playoffs.
What do you want to do?
I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of a team like it should be like the best overall record. It should be like conferences.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like it's just a joke that like now you could have like a 10+ win team come in and somehow get like a 6th seed, which is crazy to me. It's just there has to be some way. I don't know if that's the solution, but there has to be some way where it's clearly just record-wise they're the top seeds.
The Vikings and Lions are kind of proving that it kind of needs to be changed because one of those teams is going to be the 5 seed. But
right, it's nuts.
I think if you just go off a record, and if there's a tie, it doesn't go off your normal tiebreaker. It goes if you won your division. So if you have two teams, one won their division and one didn't, you put the team that won their division ahead of the team that did not. I think it should be a tiebreaker.
Just division record it should be. Not even if you won the division. It should be your division record.
You mean conference record?
No, if we have two teams at the same, say two teams, two different divisions, even if this team placed higher in their division, they probably won more division games, but it should just ultimately be
that too.
Who had a better overall division record that year, you're getting the higher seed.
Yeah, I think it'll be talked about for maybe the first time. I mean, it's probably been talked about before, but this year was different.
Sure, Roger will be watching this video.
And then he'll take some notes.
It's just weird. We're going to get a team that wins their division but doesn't make the playoffs. That's what's going to happen. And then that gets weird.
Or if you win your division, you should be in. It should be automatically in. It's just your seed.
Right, but what if there's other teams that are have a better record than you in your conference?
And they miss out. It can't be too good it's not like a too good of a team is going to be missing out. It's not like Vikings or Lions would be out. That's not going to happen if you win that many games. We're going to move on. Redskins. Yeller's taking the Redskins. He always says, okay. Commanders for Mr. Rudd, and he says Cowboys are washed. That's what he said. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
There you have it for that game. Bears, Packers, the oldest rivalry in sports. Playoffs on the line here. You guys want to hear about it.
You already said it,
though. The Bears are out. The Packers are in. But the Packers currently are the 7th seed, which is wild for the reasons we kind of explained, that they just feel much better in the 7th seed. They could get the 6th seed if they win this game, but the Commanders need to lose. So right now they would play the Eagles as the 7th seed versus the 2 seed. If they win, they can possibly play the Rams, Bucks, or Falcons, right? Or no, the Falcons would be the 4 seed. Rams or Bucks possibility. So I think you'd want that 6 seed. But all right,
you
Junior,
ready?
you doing it?
Junior, yeah, you got it first.
All right, so me and Dan are taking the Bears.
Oh, you talked to Dan.
Obviously. We don't think they're going to win. We just our heart's in the right place. Our head is not in the right place. Right. So I got a little side note story about Bears Packers.
Okay.
It always kind of rings close to home. And let me just preface this whole story about this.
Getting us over there.
This happened a long time ago. All right, a long time ago when I was a little boy. So me, my dad, and my brother used to watch all the Bears games together. We went through the ups and the downs and
the highs and the lows.
There was a week where the Bears lost to the Packers early, and my brother's like, I'm done being a Bears fan. I'm done being a Bears fan forever. I'm going to actually be a Packers fan. And my dad's like, no, you're not. And he's like, no, yeah, I'm a Packers fan now. So then later on in the year, Bears are playing the Packers again. And we all go sit down in the family room. And my dad's like, looks at my brother. He goes, no, you're watching this game upstairs. You're not watching it here with us. So my brother had to go upstairs, watch the game because now he's a Packers fan. And so he was upstairs watching the game. Me and my dad are downstairs. And my dad doesn't know a lot about football. He just kind of he supports the Bears. So he's not from here. So we were watching the game, and Packers scored. You heard my brother upstairs. You just heard, yes. All right. My dad kind of just, you could tell he was very disturbed by that. Then there was another Packers score, and you heard my brother upstairs again, yes. And my dad just gets up quietly. He starts to go upstairs. He walks up the stairs, and he opens the door. And the second he opens the door, you just hear my brother. He's like, no. And my dad just started wailing on him. and you just, so he's like in between, like just getting wailed on. He's like, no. And then, so then my dad comes down, doesn't say a word, just sits right back down next to me. We continue to watch the game. There wasn't another peep out of my brother for the rest of the game. And to be honest, I don't think my brother ever watched another football game after that. He does not follow football at all. He doesn't care about football at all. He's just that kind of put him into retirement. I know it's not a PC story, but that's a true story.
That's
and
good stuff.
It's good. That's good stuff. It's good.
I pictured the whole thing. I pictured the whole thing. I could totally see it.
I could still just being downstairs hearing him just no. It was I could vividly I could still hear that right now.
Last week we got the him getting chased around with the bucket of baseballs and this
brother stories. Good brother stories.
Again, my dad's not from here.
Give me the Packers.
You're already over there.
Here's what I'm going to say, though. I think the Packers are sus. I think they're real sus. I know you're on the Packers. This is on the Packers train.
LaFleur saves shit for the playoffs.
He thinks they're a Super Bowl team. I don't know. I think the defense is weak. I don't think they beat very good teams, to be honest with you.
They save it for the playoffs.
So they're playing the Bears. They beat the Cowboys last year. I mean, come on.
They outplayed the Niners, too. They lost, but
I don't know. We'll see what they do in the playoffs, but they're going to beat the Bears here at home. They always beat the Bears. I'm sorry, Junior, but
hey, they blocked a field goal. That was kind of lucky.
It was kind of lucky.
You got lucky. All right, Yeller's got the Packers, right? Yep. And we'll see if the Packers full go with their starters. Maybe they don't care about the seats. Some teams do, some teams don't. So maybe they're not chasing. They're favored by a lot, so I'd imagine.
I think I'd rather play the Rams or Bucks than the Eagles.
Yeah.
They have a better chance against the Rams or Bucks than the Eagles, for sure.
I think they're beating any of them, to be honest.
I don't think they're beating the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm going to be by myself on that one.
Okay.
Hey, one more thing to add. I know longtime subscriber Ryan Pollock is a big Packers fan, and what I got to say to that is go pound sand, kid.
Go pound sand.
It'd have been really funny if you what I got to say is go fuck yourself. Well, okay. What is our guys?
He said sorry, Junior.
Yeah, that's all he said. Rud dog, sorry, Junior.
At least he's nice about it.
At least you got Dan over there too. I think he was starting to switch sides for a little bit. I don't know. I actually don't think you actually talked to Dan. I'm pretty sure.
I really hope the Packers play the Eagles first round.
Yeah?
And I think the Eagles are gonna pound. They're gonna pound the Packers.
Okay, whatever you say.
We got a phone ringing here.
Uh-oh.
Hello?
We'll mute it.
Hello?
Nice bed.
Sorry about that, guys. You know, when duty calls.
All right, I didn't hear it, so it was okay if you let it go. But we're going to the next game.
Oh!
Playoffs on the line. You guys want to hear about it?
Look at those. Look at that. Oh,
do you guys want to hear about it?
That's like the best. That's the best. That's the best looking graphic that we've seen all year.
Do you guys want to hear about it?
Sure.
Calm down,
this game means absolutely nothing. Nothing about this game matters. The Texans are locked into the 4 seed no matter what. The Titans, I guess it matters. Titans are playing for the #1 overall pick. Pete, how are you feeling?
I don't know.
Because you don't want one of those quarterbacks, I
don't
think.
want one of the quarterbacks.
But you also need a quarterback.
This is going to be something. This is going to be something here. I don't know what to expect from this game at all.
The winner of this game gets the Oilers logo.
No, that's not how it works.
Okay.
The Titans.
If you're the Titans, you lose this ball game.
Titans,
I don't think there's any discussion.
Yeah, they should. I think they're going to try to. I mean, I think Callahan's going to try to win, but I think he's just not good coach at all, and I think they're going to lose. So I'm going to go with the Texans.
And it's going to be the Texans' backup. So you're going Davis Mills and the boys.
Yeah, the Titans are really bad. Callahan said they're going with a 2-quarterback system this game. Levis and Rudolph are both.
So no one's allowed to get
both
hot.
playing. If Levis was, I'm saying if Levis is playing in the Oilers unis, I'm saying he's gonna win the game if he's the
Who's
guy.
starting?
They didn't announce it yet.
All right, give me the Texans. Last week, guys, I was sick to my stomach watching the Titans getting their ass kicked. Not really, but they were losing to the Jags the whole time. I'm like, why the hell did I pick the Titans?
Did you see the clip? I didn't watch the game. Did you see a clip of Rudolph on the last drive? Just missed Chig for a touchdown.
Yeah, he's good.
Awful.
I like Davis Mills. Damian Pierce action, and give me the Texans.
I'm taking the Tech. Oh, sorry, Pete.
The Titans are going to look good in those unis, though.
They will.
They are, and we did have the matchup earlier this year where the Titans did win the right to be called the Oilers and have the unis forever, forever and ever. But I am taking the Texans here. I think that Pete, you need to lose. This is for you, Pete. This is in your best interest. You need to lose the game.
Yeah. You know what, my guys might think I'm crazy. I'm still a Will Levis guy, but I think the best case scenario is like they get the top pick and then they trade back. They do like a Bears. They do a Bears move there and they trade back. They take Abdul Carter or someone like that, and then they sign like Kirk Cousins. I don't even care. Sign Kirk Cousins and have Levis be the backup, and then Kirk Cousins gets hurt, and then all of a sudden Levis comes in and he shows that he's
Are you hoping that Kirk Cousins gets hurt again? Is that what you just said?
He just wrote a Super Bowl.
No. Kirk Cousins doesn't get hurt. He's just not playing good still. And then Levis gets in the lineup and like, oh, this guy actually could play ball maybe, like I've been saying this whole time. I still am in the boat that Levis. We were talking off camera here. We're talking that Levis could get. We're saying if the Titans draft a quarterback, we could see Levis getting traded to the Rams and being Stafford's successor, and I feel like he would be like he would be pretty good.
So this is a problem though, because you need to give Will Levis like a cool nickname. Like Levis is known as the Mayo guy. Like that guy's never going to be good in the league. You need like Air Levis or something cool.
Air Levis.
Where he can just like he comes out and there's like, oh guys, that's Air Levis. He's got it.
You think the people at Hellman's are like, we might have fucked up with that one?
I think they're going to be okay.
Hellman's?
Yeah, I don't think they care. I think Mayo kind of sells itself. I feel like Will Levis kind of reached out to them. I don't think they reached out to him.
Yeah, I think the whole Mayo and the coffee thing. I think he used that and reached out and got a nice deal done with them.
But it's time to start asking, like, is putting mayo in your coffee unhealthy? Does it make you a worse player?
Does it make you superhuman?
Look at him though. He's yoked.
There's no way a guy that's as yoked as Levis is actually eating as much mayo as he says he does.
Yeller took the Texans, and Rud Dog took the Texans. He said, I have to prove something after a bad game against the Ravens last week. Plus, it's the Titans. Sorry, Pete. At least he says he's sorry.
Yeah.
All right?
Well, there's something about C.J. Stroud, too. C.J. Stroud last year, he had that fire in his eye. Every time you'd see like the camera on him, he looked locked in. Yeah. Every time the camera is on C.J. Stroud, he has these scared eyes.
Yeah, he looks frustrated. Like he looks like he's in his own head. He can't make throws. Like he looks looking a little.
He might be seeing ghosts.
What if? I
was telling you, I saw the stat comparison. Or someone comparing him to Bortles. That's like what his stats look like.
No.
To a Blake Bortles.
What if the Texans early in the year, or after they beat the Colts twice, are like, this division that we are in, it sucks so bad. We're gonna coast the rest of the way, and then we're gonna unleash it in the playoffs because they could have done it. They knew they were getting in.
Should see the Texans fans that are just like, they were like, oh, Bobby Slowick's the greatest thing ever. And now they just want Bobby Slowick gone. They're just calling for him to be fired.
Yeah, I don't think he's doing that great of a job, though. I don't know.
I think it's also, they're injured too, whatever.
Jags, Colts, things are on the line. No, they're not. Just kidding. Jags versus Colts, both these teams are done. They both stink. The Colts lost their season by losing to the shitty Giants last week. That's pretty brutal. But the Colts, I think they beat the Jags at in Indy, like 5 out of the last 6, if I'm not mistaken. I think they're just better. I think they're probably pissed off. Everyone's making fun of the Colts because one of the linebackers, was it Speed or Franklin?
It was Franklin.
It was Franklin, said he would like to play the Giants, just a really bad team, just to beat up on them. So, and they're getting made fun of. They're probably pissed. They want to do something, I think, to end the season. I think they're going to try. I know it's going to be Flacco, but they scored plenty of points last week. They just couldn't tackle Neighbors. And you could argue Brian Thomas Jr. has been better than Neighbors this year, but Neighbors is basically like a running back when he has his hands on the ball. They just could not tackle him on the screen pass. They'll be fine this game at home. Give me the Colts. I'm going to lock the Colts in, actually. I'm going to lock them in.
I'm going to lock the Colts in as well. I think the Jags are one of those other teams that, like the Falcons, they're on that disappointment list. They're going to have to take some long looks in the mirror as well. They got to figure it out.
You got to think about what they've done.
I had a feeling.
There's no reason on paper they should be. Same with the Falcons. There's no reason on paper they should be what they are. Like, that's what's crazy.
It's the Doug Peterson effect. I told you before the season, the Jags were going to be disappointing. He gets figured out. He's not a very good coach.
Everybody gets figured out. It's just who could adjust.
He does not adjust at all. Give me the Colts at home. See if Richardson plays.
He's not.
If he's not playing, Flacco's just going to win the game.
I just read he struggled to stand up last week even, so that's not great. What are they going to do there? I mean, they got a guy that just can't stay healthy. I mean, he's nothing major, but last year was major, and he's kind of unproven. Like, he makes big plays, but
some Colts writer tweeted last week that the Colts found something out. They found out Anthony Richardson's their guy next year. I was like, I don't know
if we know that.
Came up with that from what you saw.
The Colts are in like such a weird spot though, because like they don't know if they should go with the young route, or every time they try to sign a veteran, it's like not really done anything. Like the whole Phillip Rivers never really did anything. Matt Ryan never really did anything. Nick Foles never really did anything.
Phillip was good for a year for the Colts.
Yeah.
Is that all he played?
No, I think he played
2.
A couple.
They were pretty good.
They need help.
Yeller on with the Colts. Rud Dog.
They need to get rid of Ballard.
Colts. The Doug Peterson send-off game is what Rud Dog says. Good one.
Get him out.
Get him.
No, I hope they keep him actually. But I mean, the Titans aren't going to be good anyways.
For the rest of time. So
until they get rid of Callan.
Ooh, Bills, Patriots. Nothing is on the line here, folks. The Bills are locked in at the 2 seed.
Did you talk to Dan? Did you talk to Dan about this one?
What? I didn't. No.
Oh no.
Because Trubisky.
I mean, if we go off of his quote from a few years ago from last video, he said,
Do one of those?
Mitchell Trubisky's a winner. Like he's
bona fide winner.
Bona fide winner. He doesn't lose. So
there you go. Put Dan over there.
Dan's taking Mitchell Trubisky.
Here's the situation. Josh Allen has a streak of starting games, so he is going to start this game, but for a short time. It almost made it sound like he could come out
after play one
or the first drive. That's why I think it's one of the two. And I'm guessing we'll have a lot of backups. I don't know if they want to trot out a backup offensive line with him if he's playing the whole drive, though. But we're going to see a lot of backups. We haven't been confirmed on with the Drake May. I heard Joe Milton could play.
Joe Milton.
So this is where I'm at with this one. If Drake May is playing, I'm going to go with the Patriots. If he is not, I'm going to go with the
Mitchell Trubisky.
That's the problem. This is why Josh Allen is the MVP, because if you take Josh Allen away from the Bills, I mean, if you take the other MVPs candidates away from their team, they're lesser of a team. But if you take Josh Allen away from the Bills, it is significantly worse.
Yeah,
like Trubisky.
I'm taking the Patriots.
It almost sounded like he's playing a play. So, I mean, I could even take the Patriots with Joe Milton.
Yeah, I'm taking the Patriots regardless.
I'm taking the Bills here. I think that the Patriots are a smart bunch, right? If you're the Patriots,
they got the first pick right now.
You have your quarterback of the future, and now you could potentially have the first pick and make a trade. As Pete was talking, like the Bears did, like you can make some big trades.
Take Travis Hunter,
because there's going to be people that want to come up to get the quarterback of their choice. So if the Patriots are smart here, you lose this game. Try not to hurt anybody in the process, but you lose this game, and then you shop that pick. And I don't know. I just think they're in a great position here if they secure that first overall.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going to go back. Where if Drake May doesn't play, I think I go Bills. because I think it's almost like they're trying to get the first pick if they sit Drake May. I don't know. So maybe
they should.
I think Drake May would play though. Like, why not?
I think this is gonna be like what the Giants did last week. Like the Giants had the first pick and they just went out and played their hearts out, and
it's what they do. It's
I think
what teams do.
I think the Patriots. I think Gerard Mayo is not gonna let the team just go out there and blow it just for the first pick. I think they're gonna come out and playing hard, especially against a division rival.
Yeller. He had Bills. He crossed it out. Went with the Patriots.
Oh.
And what do we got for Mr. Rudd?
He's got the. Where is it?
Bills. Snot pounding of the week with backups in. Wow. Snot pounding. Backup snot pounding.
Mitchell.
He believes in Mitchell too.
If May's out, I'm gonna go with Mitchell. Mitchell kind of stinks though. I can't believe he's a second
touchdown pass he had. He like pushed it with two hands to who was that guy? I don't even know who that guy was.
He's learning from Josh.
Yeah, he's learning.
That's just built different.
All right, nothing on the line here. The Giants stink. They won last week. The Eagles are locked into the 2 seed, and actually, as we're recording, or right when we started, I saw the Eagles plan on sitting starters, and that was actually a little surprising to me, a little bit, because Barkley is chasing the rushing record held by Eric Dickerson. He needed 100 more yards. So I thought they would go for that. It makes sense to sit him because he does have pass durability issues. So they're actually sitting starters. They won with Kenny Pickett last week. There need more backups in there, though. And the Giants caught some fire last week. I'm just still going to go with the Eagles. And their backups are good. And their backups are good. And they're well coached this year.
Well, the Giants really going to win 2 in a row? And
I think that was a fluke last week. I think the Eagles' backup defense is better than the Colts' starting defense.
They can't do that. I'm taking the Eagles here. I don't know. This is another one of those situations. It's like whether or not, even if they're playing the starters, Saquon breaking the record in Week 18, it's tainted. It's tainted.
It's tainted tap water.
The tap water is tainted if Saquon breaks it here, if he somehow plays.
This is a tough one. I'm gonna go with the Eagles, I guess, for now. This is tough though. I think Drew Lock's got something. He's gonna go out there and he's got something to play for. Like there's quarterback jobs open around the league. If he could prove, that he could do some stuff in 2 weeks in a row like this, he's got a chance to. He could re-sign with the Giants and be like their bridge quarterback. I don't know. This could be interesting.
No, the Eagles winning is my Drew Lock of the week.
Drew Lock of the week.
That's good. Good take. Yeller is going with he crossed out Eagles and went Giants.
Oh, see?
A lot of crossing out.
And I don't think he even knew that the Eagles weren't going to play Barkley then either, so he's definitely going Giants, I think. And the guests picker is Mr. Rudd Dog. He's taking the Eagles. I don't think Drew Lock has 2 games in a row like that, so kind of on the same page as Junior, both of you guys. I don't know. Somebody said it. There you have it for the Giants-Eagles. On to the next one. Ooh, playoffs on the line here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You guys want to hear? You do. You do want to hear, but you kind of already heard it earlier. The Saints are out. The Bucs need to win to get in. If they do not win, they better hope that the Panthers beat the Falcons, because then if they do, both teams lose, the Bucs are still in. But there's more to it. The Bucs win. They could. Currently, they're the 4 seed. They could actually get the 3 seed later in the day. The Rams play the Seahawks. If the Bucs win, the Rams lose. The Bucs get the 3 seed. The Rams get the 4 seed. So that's a little bit of a difference because the 4 seed has to play the loser of Lions Vikings. So I don't think nobody wants to be the 4 seed right now. So, but to be determined what the Rams do. They're weird. McVay's a little weird. Not that I completely disagree. We'll talk about that. What I mean by that when we get there. But we already kind of got spoiled. If you watch this whole video, Junior took the Bucs. Pete took the Bucs. They got them making the playoffs.
It's kind of weird. I feel like usually the NFL schedule the Bucs, Saints, and the Seahawks Rams game at the same time. So that way, the Rams can't just sit there and watch and be like, oh the Bucs won or the Bucs lost, so we should do this.
So they're helping the Rams out.
Yeah, I feel like this is kind of a fishy one here. Usually they don't do this.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. And if you watch the Rams this year, I'm not going to say it. Something sketchy's going on. Something sketchy. The league likes the Rams, I think. That's what I was getting at. But they like a lot of teams. They like Detroit. They like the Chiefs. They like we won't go on with it.
They like the Vikings.
Love the Vikings against the Titans. That game was wild with the officiating.
I was there.
Yeah. I expected the Vikings to get
Me
gifts
too.
last week. I said that in the video. The Vikings will get gifts in this game. That actually did not happen. There was some questionable calls. We're not going to go into it. But
The field goal.
well, yeah, I guess it was questionable on both sides. But there was some weird ones. I think it was just stupid officiating. But it's
All right,
besides
take
the
the
point.
Bucks
I'm taking the Bucks.
against Unk.
I feel like the Saints usually beat the Bucks though. Like this time of the year, and I could be mistaken, just off of memory.
Derek Carr suiting up. Is he?
Yeah, what if they just went full go? Carr, Kamara just destroyed the Bucks. Be pretty cool. Not that I'm rooting for it. Like I said it a couple weeks ago, the Bucks are kind of a likable team. Baker's a likable guy. Bucky Irving.
Bucky Irving on the Bucks.
I think everyone's taking the
Yeller's
Bucks.
got the Bucks. Yeah.
What does Rudd Dog have to say?
Why can't I find these?
If 2 ass beatings of the week were allowed, this would be the second. I like it. I like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. All right. There you have it. That one got spoiled.
Spoiled.
Ooh, Chiefs.
Oh, give it to me.
Chiefs, Broncos, altitude, throwbacks, give it to
Yeah,
Pete.
and the Chiefs are not playing starters.
Chiefs, yeah, I just saw that. It's official. They're starting Carson Wentz. They have backups in. I'll say this. Carson Wentz might be able to do some damage in the Andy Reid system, and the defense is always so well coached. Like, no matter who you put in there, the guys look good. Chris Jones is out. Doesn't even matter. I mean, they need Chris Jones, but like last week, it didn't even matter. So I actually think the Chiefs could be a little sneaky in this one. I think they'll make it a little closer and try to spoil. Oh, I blew it. The throwbacks threw us off. Playoffs on the line here, not for the Chiefs. They're locked in at the number 1 overall seed. The Broncos currently are the 7 seed. They're not locked into the playoffs. They win. Doesn't matter what everyone else does. They win. They are in. They are the 7 seed. If they lose, they need the Bengals, who play previously on Saturday, the Bengals to lose to the Steelers, and they need the Dolphins to lose to the Jets on the same day. So if the Broncos lose, they can still be in, but they need 2 teams to lose. So you're at home. You're playing backups. You must go out and win. The Chiefs can play spoiler for sure because they're well coached. They got their backups are good. They're a very talented team. They can play spoiler, but I'm gonna take the Broncos at home in the throwbacks. Like I said, the backups could be good. They can play well, but I'm picturing a specific scenario, like a backup corner guarding Cortland Sutton in the red zone. That just doesn't sound great.
Doesn't sound good.
That doesn't sound great. So there's your key to
This
victory.
is tough. I was going to pick the Chiefs. I didn't know that they were officially sitting their starters.
Yeah, they're number 1 seed. They're a team that doesn't mess around. They've sat their starters in the last week of the year before. They've won Super Bowls, so that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm taking Denver here. Unis, altitude, all the above.
And they had the Chiefs last time against the starters, but they let it slip away with the blocked field goal.
I feel like teams like this, though, are more fired up. It's not just like a win and wait for other teams to do things.
Yeah.
If you know you just got to win and it's up to you, even if the Chiefs are playing their starters, Denver's coming out playing with a little more fire than even the Chiefs would be.
Mm-hmm.
Broncos done messed up with they announced they're having new unis this year. They perfect opportunities to go with the throwbacks. As
I believe they're wearing their throwbacks
Yeah.
too. I didn't double check that because I know the Lions were supposed to wear the throwbacks and they changed theirs. And imagine the Broncos continue rolling out with the plan, roll out with these. Yeller, Broncos, Mr. Rudd Dog, Broncos. Chiefs probably won't play starters whole game. Broncos need to win to get in. There you go.
Boom.
Again, next video,
Okay.
picks against the spread, score predictions, all that fun stuff from yours truly. And we are playing a game at the end of this video. Chargers, Raiders. Seeding on the line here for the LA Chargers. We talked about earlier in this video. Them versus Steelers for seeding. That's actually where my eyes are at. That's like the most unpredictable things with the seeding for both conferences. Chargers versus Steelers are both locked into the playoffs. The Steelers play on Saturday. If the Steelers win on Saturday, they are locked into the 5 seed. Could actually win their division, get the 3 seed. But if the Steelers win on Saturday, the Chargers cannot get the 5 seed. They could only get the 6. But if the Steelers lose to the Bengals,
The NFL loves Harbaugh as well.
if the Chargers win this game after the Steelers lose on Saturday, they are the 5 seed, and you would play the Texans instead of the Ravens. That's huge. So, yeah, this is tough to pick because if the Steelers win, maybe the Chargers don't try to win this game, and then maybe you would want to pick the Raiders. But for right now, I'm going to go. I think everyone is going to go with the Chargers.
Bolt up.
Bolt up, baby.
Yeller, right?
Yeah.
The Raiders are just in trouble.
Chargers. I don't have anything to say about this one. Raiders need to lose for better pick.
Yeah, they've been winning like idiots. Sounds like Antonio Pierce might be gone too. We'll see.
That's what I read off.
You did?
That was Rudd.
Oh, I thought that was your take.
No, that was Rudd. That was Rudd Dog.
I thought that was your take.
No,
Pete Dog.
That was Rudd Dog.
All right, there you have it for the Chargers. Raiders. It was a quick one. Ooh, Seahawks.
Ooh.
Rams. So I kind of touched on this a little bit. Playoffs on the line. The Seahawks are out. The Rams are in. They won the NFC West. They did it. But right now they sit at the 3 seed. And the Bucs sit at the 4 seed. Of course, the Falcons could get in and be the maximum 4 seed. But they need the Bucs to lose. They need to win. But we'll just say what it is most likely. Rams versus Bucs. Now, at first glance, you would want that 3 seed. Because if you're the 3 seed, you're going to play... you can play you're going to play the Commanders or the Packers if you are, which those are tough teams. But if you are the 4 seed, you got to play the loser of the Lions and the Vikings. So the second best team in the NFC. So I don't think anybody wants that 4 seed. You don't want to play that team in the first round of the playoffs, whether it's Vikings or Lions or Vikings, whatever. But we've seen this show before with Sean McVay and the Rams. They just do not care typically what seed they are. They are all about resting players, making sure they're healthy, looking at the years they weren't good because they were beat up. Stafford has durability concerns, Puka, Kyron, Cooper Kupp. They are typically a team that we don't care what seed we are. We have to beat everybody in front of us to make and win the Super Bowl. I respect that. That's kind of their mentality. So I was thinking that when I saw this matchup, like they actually, believe it or not, even though it kind of matters, they won't care about what seed they are. And then I saw the line that Vegas put on it, and Vegas always knows some stuff. The Seahawks are favored by a bit. I think it's around 5.5. So that's almost saying the Rams may not play their starters. But if the Bucs win earlier in the day, it's the Rams win or lose. It's going to decide some things. So I'm going to take the Seahawks for now. The Rams if both these players are starters, Rams are the better team, but Seahawks realistically could win against the Rams starters, right? And when the Rams are already in the playoff, their mindset's in the playoffs, like they're thinking ahead. So, and on top of that, I think we'll see some backups for the Rams, at least if not at all times, at times. So therefore, I feel a little more comfortable going with the Seahawks.
I'm taking the Rams at home here.
Okay, that's good.
I think that the Rams kind of they may not necessarily care about their seeding, but at the end of the day, you got a team that's been banged up most of the year, and yes, health is important, but I think you want at least, maybe you don't play your starters the whole game, but you do want some momentum going into the playoffs.
McVay's another one of those guys that saves shit for the playoff. Like they don't want to put a game plan out there for teams. So even if they do play the starters, I wonder how much they'll show. I think that's kind of why they've been winning close games recently. I know for a fact McVay does that. He did the Super Bowl year.
The Seahawks are favored by 5.5. Vegas knows something. It's in LA, but the Seahawks are favored by that much. I'm going to go with the Seahawks. I think the Rams are going to sit their starters, their key players.
Rudd going with the Seahawks. Sad their season is over, but think they are still going to play the Rams tough.
Yeller scratched off the Rams, going with the Seahawks.
Okay, there you have it. Lone Jr., it's a pretty good one. He's on the better team. It just depends on if they play the starters or not. If they announce before the game that they're sitting all the starters, are you going Seattle?
Yeah, I'd probably go Seattle here.
Makes sense. Okay, there you have it. That could be an interesting one. Could be after what happens with the Bucs game. Dolphins, Jets, playoffs are on the line, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about it. Let's go ahead and talk about it. The Jets are out. They disappointed all. They're done. It sounds like Rodgers is obviously he's going to be gone. We'll see what happens to Devontae Adams. Dolphins, believe it or not, they still have a shot to get in, and it's a decent shot. If the Broncos lose to the Chiefs and the Dolphins win, does not matter what the Bengals do. Dolphins win, Broncos lose. The Dolphins are in the playoffs. They are the 7 seed. The problem with that is they're going to have to go on the road to Buffalo. Two things. They can't beat the Bills when Josh Allen obviously is there, and they can't play in the cold against good teams. So that might be an issue, but hey, you'd be in the playoffs. But it's realistic for them to get in. Here's the issue, though. Tua, they sat last week, and it kind of was out of nowhere. So are they kind of throwing in the towel? They won the game still. They could beat the Jets without Tua, but do they go, hey, we have a decent shot to get in. We need Tua to play. So that's a little up in the air right now. I'll say if Tua plays, I'll definitely go with the Dolphins. If Tua doesn't play, I'm going to take the Jets, though.
I'm in the same.
I don't know how they can sit him. I don't know. I feel like he's not going to play, but maybe they knew they were going to win. That was risky, though. I don't think they're serious. I don't think they were serious. I'll take if Tua's playing, this is easy. There's no thinking. If Tua plays, Dolphins. If Tua does not play, Jets. End of story.
100%.
Okay.
Yep.
So,
I don't know where to put.
Yep.
Yeah.
To
Put
me,
me
if
on
you
the
sit Tua,
Dolphins because I do think that Tua's playing.
Put us right down the middle.
I could be. I mean, some people, you could look at it different ways. Dolphins have a shot to get in the playoffs, so of course you play Tua, right? But I look at it as they risked it so much. They didn't care last week. They didn't. Why are they caring now? Like all of a sudden, oh wait, they knew they had a shot before. So I don't know.
Yeller's got the Dolphins. This is a good one from Rud Dog here. He says he's taking the Jets. He's a Jets fan.
There we go.
But he says if Rodgers plays, he's taking the Dolphins. So he's not a Rodgers guy. He's a Jets fan.
Oh, yeah, is Rodgers playing for sure? I think he is. It would be a Rodgers and Devontae Adams move to just go out on and just look dominant. That'd be a Rodgers move. Just look absolutely dominant. You say he's taking the Jets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he says if Rodgers plays, he's taking the Dolphins.
All right. So we're talking about the other quarterback, the other team.
Put him on his team though. Put him on his team.
Right in the middle.
Yeah.
That's the new logo. That's much better.
Yeah.
All right, so a weird one there. Dolphins actually have a shot. Jets are a disaster. It starts at the top with the ownership. Kind of sounds like the Bears. Those two organizations are in the same situation. I mean, I'm blaming the ownership. We'll blame the ownership instead of the players, okay? I think that's fair. Every fan I talk to is like, yeah, we're a disaster at the top. That's the problem. And there's more problems, but I agree. Those two organizations are a little messy starting at the top, but it trickles down a little bit here and there. All right, here we go. 49ers, Cardinals. Here it is, guys. There's nothing on the line here. Nothing on the line, but Purdy got hurt last game. Doesn't sound great. I think they'll play it safe. I think he'll play it safe because maybe he wants to go out and prove he can play because he's due a new contract. I don't know. I feel like he's not going to play. And then you got Josh Dobbs stepping in. Revenge game for the Pastronaut. The Cardinals had him last year. He started the year, then they just traded him right away.
Give me the Pastronaut all day.
He's taking the frickin' Pastronaut. This is a tricky one to pick.
Dobbs to Jawan Jennings all day.
Yeah. Shit. This is actually tough. It's tough because Dobbs to Jennings. No, Dobbs, when he got thrown in for the Vikings last year, even right away for the Cardinals, but for the Vikings, he was pretty good because no one had a game plan for him. And then teams started to figure it out. There really isn't a game plan for the Dobbs Niners right now, so that might be tough. Pearsall's looking good.
He got thrown in there, else he just ran for a touchdown.
Yeah, that too.
What Josh Dobbs does.
The Cardinals know about Dobbs, though. Cardinals, I know they played the Rams.
The Cardinals?
What?
I'm taking the Cardinals.
He's taking the Cardinals? Okay. I was originally going to go with the Cardinals, but I'm like, God, Dobbs might do it.
Might do it to him.
The 49ers defense kind of stinks, though. I want to know how, James Conner was shaken up a couple weeks ago. I think it would make sense for the Cardinals to play like Trey Benson in this game. Their season's over. But if they go out there and just pound Conner, I think he beats the 49ers alone. I just don't think they're going to do that. I think Dobbs gets revenge. He's tough to game plan for. I'm going to go with the Niners. I originally was not. I'm going to do it, though.
We got a lone junior, actually. We got Yeller on the Niners, and Rud Dog's got the Niners. He said they need a win to end the year and feel good going into the offseason.
Woo! Woo! All right. This is out of the games that do not matter, it's a pretty interesting one, I think. Texans, Titans. I know the Titans are wearing those uniforms. Who gives a shit? Jags, Colts. Who gives a shit? This one. Watch this one. We don't have to.
Should be a fun one.
Yeah.
For nothing.
We'll see. Maybe Purdy will play. Kind of tough. Purdy's supposed to get a massive contract, and he kind of went out playing kind of sus and with an injury. It's a little tough situation. All right. The main event of the entire regular season, ladies and gentlemen. Vikings, Lions, Sunday night football for all the marbles. Well, no, all the marbles will be the Super Bowl. But for more importantly, the number one overall seed, a bye week, home field advantage, but also for the NFC North title, the best division in football, minus the Bears. But
this is something right here.
This is something.
Football.
Let me start it off. This is a good one. As you guys know, I'm a Vikings fan. As you know, I'm not afraid to pick against my team. All right, the Lions' offense is something. It's like those fourth downs just seem free. Like how explosive they are, with the way they move the ball. Huge Jahmyr Gibbs guy. I mean, they got a lot of likable guys in their team, but dominant offensive line. Obviously, everyone's playing great. They can score. They can win this game. They can win the Super Bowl with all offense. The defense is sus right now. The defense is playing way too much man coverage because that's what they do, but they're also limited due to the players being injured. That kind of forces them maybe a little bit more. They started playing a little bit more zone on Purdy at the end, and they started to pick the ball off. So that's a big deciding factor in this game. Will you be unpredictable on defense? Because you need to be. You're outmatched. The Vikings' offense is very good. Luckily, your offense is very good. For the Vikings, yeah, the offense is rolling. Sam Darnold's rolling. I think it feels like when they need to clutch up and score, it feels like they do it. Sometimes I feel like they're not, but they do it. They had a little bit of a kicker issue last week. That can't happen in a game like this. Defensively, they're playing really solid. I mean, through 3 quarters and some change of that Packers game, I'm going the Vikings I can't believe it. They're the best team in football right now, but then they only won by 2. If you play around and let the Lions come back, you will choke that game. You will lose it. But my feeling right now, the Lions defense is playing pretty poorly. The Vikings are much more balanced. Both teams will score a shit ton because they're that good on offense. I'm going to trust the team. I trust both to score a ton. I'm going to trust the team that can just make that one stop. I'll take the Vikings in this one. But in Detroit, Sunday night, that's going to give the Lions an advantage. You always worry about the big game. Everyone, Super Bowl, big. Everyone always thinking the big games like this. Hopefully, officiating doesn't decide things. That's what you always worry about. So hopefully, there's no advantages given out due to something like that. But the Lions very well could have advantage for home field. That place is going to be electric. But I will take the more balanced team, the Vikings.
Me or you, Pete?
Oh no, this is going to be a good one. I don't even know what to go with.
I can go, Pete.
Lions got those blacks on. Oh, yeah, you go.
I'll fire away here. This is the second best matchup of the week to the Panthers and Falcons. I think that Detroit does it. I think Detroit does it at home. I think that I don't know. They have a lot of this team of destiny type feel. They've had it for the last couple years. But I feel like even though they're going into the playoffs more banged up than they did last year, I don't know why. I just have more confidence in them going into the playoffs this year. And I don't know. I just think they do it at home. I think this is going to be a squeaker, close game. And at the end of the day, I was going to go with whoever was home here. It's going to play a factor.
Ooh.
Yeller's got the Vikings.
Yeah, you know that.
And then Rud Dog is going to take the Vikings as well. So right now, Junior's by himself. He says, squeaker and game of the week. I think it's a high-scoring, close game, but ultimately the MVP, Sam Darnold, wins. Wow.
I don't think Sam Darnold will win the MVP. But
I think it's locked into Josh Allen. But Darnold's playing that good,
He's playing pretty good. I think we're going to get a lone Junior. I'm going to go with the Vikings. I don't know. I could come down to whoever has the ball last. It might. But
might be the Lions.
Like you're saying, I trust the Vikings defense a lot more. The Lions have been giving up so many points lately. The injuries have really decimated them. But I also think like Junior's saying, I think the Lions are they're a chosen team, just the destiny team. Could see the NFL wanting the Lions to get the first seed and the home field advantage.
Just to do it.
They need that bye week. They need to get guys healthy. I don't know who's coming back. Is Montgomery even coming back? Or
it's supposed to be for the divisional rounds at the earliest. So, but the conference championship at the latest, I think.
Should be a good one though. I didn't
think of that. They'll probably want that. The league probably wants that.
I just think I don't know. I just trust the Vikings right now. They're hot.
So hot right now.
Yeah, I think they got the best coaches in the league too. Helps. Coaching matters a lot.
Coaching does matter. What a shocker. There you have it. Lone Junior on the team that's been, for the most of this year, the best team in football. But here's a couple of them. Vikings and Lions been some of the best teams in football, along with the Chiefs, Bills. Good stuff. We are not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. We are not done yet. I know this is going to be tough for Junior because he's remote, but
we'll read them off for you.
What was that? Two of us. Ooh. All right. There it is.
You guys are going to have to read it off big time.
Yeah.
I can't eat.
The game is called Who Said It, created by
Who
our
done did
guy
it? Who done did
AG. AG created this idea, and he found these quotes and put together these wonderful spreadsheets. If
This
you
is
didn't,
this year.
it's random. He's titled this grab bag. I think he said he rolled the dice or something, and it's crazy. The guy's a madman. He's a beast. He's a legend. If you didn't watch last week's Christmas video, we had a great time at the end of it. This is the first time we played this game that our guy AG came up with, and it was a lot of fun. And I think we're gonna keep rolling with this. Definitely during the playoffs, because the videos are gonna be a little shorter. But so. Junior Riz, Pete, Danny, Old Yeller. If you didn't know, Danny and Old Yeller are part of videos. Danny used to be in the videos. Old Yeller he's never been in the video, but he gives us his take. So we have random quotes. So on your screen is a random week. Well, this is actually this year. So it was week 4, Browns-Raiders. The Browns won 20-16. I'm trying to remember that game. It was this year. I'm trying to remember. But the quote is, so it's on your screen. And we have to guess who said it. The Browns are more disappointing. The Browns are more disappointing though. Like the Raiders didn't have that much expectations coming in. I mean the Browns. I guess the Browns. That division's tough. I'm reading this wrong.
I know it's kind of that division's
Pete,
tough.
Pete, go start from the top.
The Browns are the Brown. It's like the Browns are. It must be like a pause. Browns are more disappointing though.
There you go.
Like the Raiders didn't have that much expectations coming in. I mean the Browns. I guess the Browns. That division's tough, but like they are just loaded with talent. So you're like, what's going on with the Browns here?
All right.
A lot about the Browns.
All right, this narrows it down to us 3 because we know Yeller wouldn't give this big explanation on the Browns, and this was
this is me.
2024, and Dan is not here.
I don't know. Yeah, I think this could be a junior.
I think it could be
I'm
any
a
of
big
us.
expectations guy.
I think this could be me or you. I don't know.
It's funny because this was this year, and we don't know.
My memory no too good.
I'm thinking.
I think it's junior.
I think it's junior.
We're locking in junior. Goat House guarantee.
Goat House guarantee. I think it's better if I go over here and week 1.
It's me.
Pete. All right, let's bring out the timestamp.
The Browns are more disappointing though. Like the Raiders didn't have that much expectations coming in. I mean the Browns. I guess the Browns
have
that
a
division,
lot of talent.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
I wonder if I
They're
can hear
tough, but like they're just loaded with talent. So you're like, what's going on with the Browns here?
And that's why I
hear
decided in the toughest game to pick. Junior can't hear it. It's your fault for being remote. There you have it.
I
Pete.
know.
And the Browns won the game.
Browns won the game. Good pick. All right. Next one. Week 1, 2021. The Browns played the Chiefs. Final was 33-29 Chiefs. This was week 1, 2021. The quote is, I'm going to stick with my formula and go with the better quarterback. I'm sorry. I like Baker, but, got to go with Mahomes. It's going to be a good game. Kind of want the Browns to win. I just don't think it's going to happen. Ooh.
That's junior.
I think it could be me.
Oh.
2021. That could be Dan, too.
No?
It could be Dan.
I thought you're a Baker guy.
I love Baker, but But Dan's a big formula guy.
Formula.
I think this is Dan or me.
Really?
He was a formula baby.
He was a formula baby? You can confirm that?
What?
Nothing. I'm sorry, I like Baker, but got to go with Mahomes. It's going to be a good game. I say that, though. It's going to be a good game.
Oh, it could be.
Kind of want the Browns to win. I don't know if I would say that. Kind of want the Browns to win, but just don't think it's going to happen. I think that's Dan.
Yeah, it's got to be Dan.
I thought it was me, but I don't think I would say I kind of want the Browns to win because I don't give a fuck. Do I care? Do I care who wins?
We're about to find out.
I think it's junior. I'm going to go junior.
Pete says
again.
junior. Me and Junior say Dan.
It's Danny.
It's Danny Dimes.
Blowing it.
I told you that he was a formula baby.
He is a formula baby.
I'm going to stick with my formula and go with the better quarterback. I'm sorry, I like Baker, but,
Junior.
gotta go with
Where's
Mahomes.
Junior?
Okay.
I'm excited to watch this one. Really,
it's gonna be
really
a good game.
excited.
I kind of want the Browns to win,
Yeah.
but I just don't think it's gonna happen.
God,
It'd be wild in week 1.
I got a Titans AFC South Divisional Champs hat and an AJ Brown shirt on. Oh God, it's sad.
Nice.
Oh,
Nice.
that's sad times. Week 3. Oh, Titans versus Vikings. Titans won by 1 point. A squeaker.
Ooh.
That was 2020? Why don't I remember that? 2020,
Dang.
week 3. Okay, quote. I mean Kirk Cousins, I don't need to say anymore. He has really just disappointed this year so far. But yeah, I think Derrick Henry has an absolute day. I think he has a day.
This is Junior. Come
Is
on.
it? I think it's me.
Oh, you think it's
Wait,
you?
I gotta hear it.
All
it.
right, here's the quote. This is a good one.
From the top.
I mean, Kirk Cousins, I don't need to say anymore. He has really just disappointed this year so far. But yeah, I think Derrick Henry has a day,
Yeah, I mean,
has
this
an
is you.
absolute day.
This is Riz,
I think he has a day.
This is Riz.
I think this is the best part. I think Derrick Henry has a day,
Yeah, I
has
don't
an
know.
absolute day. I think he has a day. That's me. It's me.
It's Riz. Now that he was reading it again, I was like, yeah, it's him.
Maybe because I'm reading it.
Yeah.
What's Junior's guess? Are you guessing me too?
I'll go with Riz too.
It's
Junior! Oh my
Whoa.
gosh! Shit! It's
Wow.
Junior.
What? I should have stuck with my original
All right,
one.
let's listen. It's too bad Junior can't hear this, but
Big Derrick Henry guy.
Absolute day. That's what I thought when you said absolute day. I thought that was Junior.
Give me the Titans.
Young
I mean, Kirk Cousins. I don't need to say anymore. He is really just disappointed this year, so far.
so
But yeah,
the
I
ketchup
think Derrick Henry has a
outfit
day,
back there?
an absolute day.
I did think he was gonna have a day last week.
I sure hope
he
so.
didn't
If
really
you went
do it.
back in the podcast from 3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
Pete was talking about this game in particular.
Mm.
Go ahead and tell him.
think
Wish I could hear this.
Does this come? It's good stuff.
Good stuff. Yeah.
That was a long time ago, right?
You said
we looked
when
young
you
as
said
shit.
Derrick Henry's gonna have a day, an absolute day. I was like, I sure hope so.
All right, we got one more. Before we sign out, and our guy AG is definitely gonna have more. I think he's already worked on some.
Oh, that's a good quote here already.
Was there?
So-
Make sure there wasn't a two-part in these. Okay, Packers versus Giants
this was last year.
last year. See an answer sheet. We can't see the final score until we see the answer sheet. Here's the quote. This is Monday night. Like usually, he's at home eating spaghetti. His mom's famous spaghetti Monday night, and now he's got to play football. So, what?
This is Riz.
Wait.
This is Riz all the way.
So obviously, we're talking about Tommy DeVito.
This is Riz
Week
all
14.
the way.
This is Monday night. Like usually, he's at home eating spaghetti. His mom's famous spaghetti Monday night, and now he's got to go play football. So it's got to be me.
That's you. Okay, we got.
This is something Riz was thinking about all day, and
Yeah.
then he busted it out in the
Yep,
video.
100%.
That's good stuff.
The Giants won this game. I remember the game. The Giants beat the Packers in this game.
Holy.
I think. Answer is Riz.
Yeah, the Giants
It's me.
won.
The Giants won this game. And everyone's like, "Oh God, the Packers."
Was this the double? Was this the Titans Dolphins?
Yep, I
Will
think
Levis
so.
come back?
I think you're right.
And the Giants beat the Packers too.
I think so. All right, let's get the timestamp. This is a good quote.
Whoa.
Earth moment, I think.
This is Monday night. Like usually he's at home eating spaghetti, his mom's famous spaghetti Monday night, and now he's got to play football. So
What's crazy is that this is so Giants for them. Like Tyrod is finally like cleared or something like that, and there's like, no, we're riding with DeVito, and he's just gonna get smoked.
he's gonna
He's
get
gonna
I wonder if
Is
they
he gonna
could
get
go-
snot pop? Oh, that's good
so
stuff.
funny.
All
Like,
right, we got a couple.
Juju, you were saying Tyrod Taylor's ready to go, but they're gonna go with DeVito right with the hot hand. He's gonna get absolutely smoked, and they won. The Giants won. I think we all probably picked the Packers though.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, people were starting to like question the Packers, and then all of a sudden they went on a heater,
A heater, just like I'm questioning the Packers right
and they
now.
got good at the right time. They lost to the Giants, and all of a sudden they got good. I don't know. Well, there you have
Let's
it.
do it. We're gonna have playoff pick'ems, so that's when we get down to business.
Down to business.
Yep.
Let's
No
get
more funny
down,
business
let's
either.
Get down
No
to
more funny
business. Shout out to our guy AG for all this work that he did finding these and
Shouts
coming up
out,
with this
AG.
idea. He's got more. He sent me a big email. I don't check my email that often. I will start now, but I checked it right before we were going to record it, so I was skimming through a little bit. I saw this is what he sent us. I think he has more ready for us. We will definitely use them in the playoffs. That guy came clutch because these are a lot of fun. A lot of fun when we get them wrong. A lot of fun when we see those random quotes. Yeah, there was one this year and we couldn't get it, could we? Wow.
Jeez.
Jesus.
We stink.
We stink. No, we're okay. We did good. All right. That's it for the regular season of Pick'ems, but we are back with the playoff Pick'ems, with the Super Bowl Pick'ems. We're back next year. We got all the content covering the NFL playoffs, covering the offseason, free agency, trades, the draft, getting ready for a mock draft next week. We're going to regrade the first round like I always do. We'll probably do that later this week. I'm excited. The content never stops. Join us, like, subscribe, turn notifications on. That's going to do it for the way. You guys got any zingers?
Happy New Year.
Merry New Year.
Happy New Year.
All righty. Thanks.
Happy New Year.
Happy holidays. Liquid IV, code GOAT, big percentage off. Check it out. It's going to do it. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.